What's up, Reds? Welcome to another video. I'm your host, Kyle. This is the Sunday Summary Talk Show on Nothing But Reds, and Liverpool have just drawn with Everton at Goodison in the Merseyside Derby. 0-0. Pretty weird game. We're going to get into it. We got some player ratings and break down the stats, and with me, as always, is Steven Norberry. Steven, what's your take on that game, bro?
Absolute dog shit. They wanted it way more than we did. I don't know what that was. I really don't.
They looked so much more organized than us.
If anyone that comes and listens to this podcast is looking for me to say anything remotely close to, well, it's the first game back. Oh, the boys are rusty. You're not going to get any of that out of me. I expect a lot more than what we got today, and you all should as well. That was sad.
There's definitely no excuse for what just happened. Now, however, we didn't necessarily play bad. I do want to say that. This is my opinion, okay? Everton just played way more organized than we did, okay? I don't know what Fabinho was doing in the first half, all right? I don't know what Lovren was doing when he came on. And I think our best player was Henderson.
Yes.
I mean, there's no question.
Yeah. I mean, based on what I saw, Henderson wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Matip wanted to be there.
Yeah. Matip did pretty well.
Mane wanted to be there. Everyone else,
too.
I can't say the same. I really can't. And we don't even have to get into Dejan Lovren. He is one of the worst players I've ever seen in my life. He immediately comes on and two immediate chances. Two. And he was also like backtracking with Richarlison and just fell. He just fell on his ass.
Yeah. We'll get into that. So first, let's just read off the quick stats of the game, quick overview. So we dominated possession though. 70% possession to Everton's 30. They were just sitting, absorbing pressure, and once we got into the final third, we couldn't make anything happen. I think Firmino and Minamino had some good link-up play in the first half. Minamino looked energetic. I would have liked to see him in the second half, but won't get too much into that. All right. So let's talk about shots on target. 3 shots on target each. All right. 2 of those were free kicks also. All right. So that just shows 10 shots total for us, 9 for them. It was pretty even as far as shots go. 762 touches for us, 424 for them. 586 passes to 255 for them, 16 tackles for us, 20 for them. We only had to clear the ball 3 times, though. They had to clear it 25 times, and it doesn't even seem like that. It does not seem like they had to clear the ball 25 times. They were so under control. It didn't seem like we were a threat around that box at all, just being honest. We had 6 corners. They only had 1. And then offsides, Everton's 2 offsides to our 1. Now, let me just say this, all right? It took everyone a while to get into the game. It was scrappy at first, right? I mean, you saw they were shoving each other. I mean, it started off pretty physical. But then Fabinho had those 2 plays where he made a horrible pass into the feet. I think he missed Firmino completely into Firmino's feet. And then he tried to do a header back to Matip, and I don't even know where he was heading the ball. It didn't go to Matip, and he almost gave a chance to Richarlison. And that's kind of where I lost my confidence in the game. What do you think of the first half?
I mean, the first half was ugly by both teams, really, in the beginning.
It was.
We had a couple chances where I was like, oh, we're going to get one right here. When Bobby had it at the top of the box there. I mean, that's a play you can relate to probably rust or time off. Like, he's just not clinical. He's never really particularly clinical with his finishing, per se. But there was a couple chances where I was like, okay, like, ugly half, but like maybe we'll get one and it'll be okay because like whatever. But in terms of the first half, I don't know. I wouldn't have been surprised if we came out and put up 2 or 3 in the first half, but I also wasn't surprised that it went in even 0-0 at the break. I wasn't.
Yeah, neither was I. And like I said, it was scrappy, and we did turn the press on around the 40th minute. We were pressing real hard right before halftime, and we looked good. We were winning the ball back. But we were just not clinical whatsoever today.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Second half picks up, though, and I think, honestly, if I had to pick a team, I think Everton played well in the second half. But Alisson and Gomez really saved our asses there at the end. I think Alisson had a great save on that flick. I think Calvert-Lewin had a flick. And then Gomez got a little touch on it to put it wide after Tom Davies' shot. And man, I was worried there. I honestly thought the ball went in. What were you thinking when that whole play happened? When Lovren just fell, and then
Well,
literally,
I was thinking Wofford.
yeah,
That's what I was thinking. Get up off your ass, Lovren. What are you doing down there?
he forgot his cleats.
Why are you on the ground?
I don't
You're
get
30
it. Like,
yards away from the goal. Why are you on the ground?
what was he trying to do? Was he trying to outmuscle him?
I
Like,
don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't understand it.
All of a sudden, I saw him on the ground, and I go, "Oh, here we go. Here comes a chance."
Yeah.
And we got lucky. We got
So
lucky.
let's get into some
I mean,
player ratings.
Gomez earned that deflection. Like he.
No. All right. Yeah. And so that's what I wanted to start with. So Gomez, I think Gomez, from what I understand, he played well. He's just not a fullback anymore. He's not the same as Robertson or Trent.
Certainly not a fullback on the left side.
Definitely not a
He
fullback.
can't cross with his left foot.
No.
We had no crosses in from him with his left foot. Zero.
Trent and Henderson were our only people putting balls in the box today.
Yeah, and Trent was sloppy too. I mean, overall, this was just a poor performance.
It was pretty sloppy, but there's a lot of variables at play. No fans. It was raining a little bit. And I know you don't want to hear this first game back. You know what I mean? But
I get it. I get that.
I know you do.
We can't equate drawing to 12th team in the table, whether they're a rival or not. They were battered with injuries.
Yeah.
As well. It's Everton.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's get into those player ratings then.
However,
so, hold on. Let's get into player ratings.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead. I'll start with Allison. I have no complaints with Allison. Every time he had the ball at his feet, he made a good pass. His positioning was great. He saved us a loss, basically. I'll give him an 8 out of 10.
agree.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. Solid. He didn't really do anything
Saved
wrong.
the point.
Yeah.
Him and
did.
Gomez saved the point.
Him and Gomez, yeah. So, and let's just go back down the line. So we got Trent over on the outside back. Let me hear what you got for Trent.
Average, slow, out of shape. Those are the words that come to mind.
Yeah.
Great free kicks, though. Both of those looked on.
Great free kicks. I was very surprised that Fabinho was that accurate on that free kick.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of did a lot of that kind of stuff in Monaco, so I wasn't too surprised. I was surprised he took it, which is good. It's good. You don't want to be predictable, but yeah, I thought Trent was sloppy today, but still always dangerous when he's whipping the ball, and he put some crosses in that made Everton, made their pulse go up a little bit. But I'll give him a 5.
Jeez, that's brutal.
Well, don't you start at 6?
A 5? I mean,
This-
I don't know. I'd give. Trent didn't really make any mistakes. He was rusty, like you said. I'll give Trent. Okay, maybe I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. Whatever. Nothing crazy.
But
Nothing
guys,
crazy.
by the way, everyone that's watching, we do not understand player ratings as much as you may think. I'm pretty sure they start at 6 or 7.
They start at 6 or 7. I don't know. I'm just gonna. I'm
Put it
going
in
on
the
a scale of.
We need help over here in the USA. Put it in the comments.
We definitely do. All I know is that you rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, and anything below 6 is pretty much Lovren.
I was just gonna say that everything below 6 is just Lovren.
Yeah.
Can we just rate him now?
Let's just do Lovren.
He did nothing good. Actually, he put in one ball from our half that went up to like the 18 on the other side.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That may have been the one that led to Ox dancing a little bit. I'm not sure, but because of that, he gets a 2. He was going to get a 1. He was going to get a 1 out of 10.
Oh my gosh. I'll give him a God. Yeah, man, I got to give him a 3. I'm not going you hate him more than I do, but I'll give him a 3, and mainly because he just fell down while he was defending. Like, he forgot he was defending. He just decided to fall down, gave Richarlison a nice little chance to cross it in, and almost lost us the game. So yeah,
I don't hate him. I'm sure he's
could have fooled me with a 2.
I'm sure he's a great guy. I just do not want him to play for the club I support ever again.
All right,
I don't.
It's fair enough.
Do not.
All right.
Every time he comes in, I have to say this sort of thing. He never makes me look good. I used to be his biggest supporter.
Oh my gosh, I defend him too often, and it's
he
just
doesn't defend anything at all ever. So don't defend him.
I defend him more than he defends.
Yes, that's my point. Just
How
drop
about how
Fabinho
about
back
Matip?
there.
How
Put
about
Fabinho back there.
he played when Matip was injured and he was gonna sub back on. Fabinho was back there.
Drop Fabinho back and then bring in Salah like you were going to.
Can't help the injuries, bro.
Salah was coming in.
He was, but then Matip got injured.
Right. So drop Fabinho back and then plug in Mane up top and move some stuff around in the midfield.
All right, fair enough. Let's move to
You're going to
Matip
bring in
then. How do you
Lovren and
think
almost blow
Matip
up the
did?
game. I thought he was solid. He was
I thought
great.
Matip did great.
I thought he played awesome today.
He was awesome. Man, we have the worst luck with injuries, bro. I mean, he was doing his little thing. He was pushing forward a little bit. He had moments where you're like, he's going to lose the ball, but then he dishes it out wide. He was doing his thing, and he was doing fine. He was doing great. Van Dijk looked a little off it, but he didn't play bad. He just looked rusty also.
He just looked like he legit didn't want to be there. Like he had better things to do.
He
That
definitely
being said,
yeah.
like I don't think he made any mistakes that I can think of. Maybe a bad pass or two here or there, but I
He
mean,
could have marked his man a little better in the box when we had that flick on goal because he did have him over his left shoulder and he kind of let him run in front of him and then he tried to make up ground. But that's fine. That's fine. It didn't end in a goal. But so Matip, I'm gonna give Matip another 8 out of 10.
yeah, I'm gonna give Matip a. There's no decimals, but I'm gonna give him an 8 as well.
You can do whatever you want because we don't know anything about the player ratings.
That's absolutely
You
correct.
can give an
Fine.
8.7 if you want.
Matip's getting an 8.5,
Okay,
and I feel
8.5.
good about that.
I'm gonna give Van Dyke. Like, I'll give Van Dyke another 8. Like,
7.
I was thinking 7. I think Matip was our best defender today. Millie was doing excellent until he got injured, and then Gomez came in. So I'm gonna give Milner. I'll give Milner a 7 just because I don't really know. I saw him. He was diving in for tackles, winning yellow cards.
I live for it.
Loved it.
Who's
Now,
next? Hendo. 8.
no, you forgot Gomez. Gomez came in.
Oh, Gomez. Gomez was solid. I'll give him a 7.
I'll give Gomez a 6. He didn't really do anything special for me. He needs to be able to. I know it was injury driven, but on that left side, if you're going to play fullback, you got to at least push the line. Like he would stop right at the 18-yard box and just square up at the defenders. So I just push the line, try to get a cross in, even if it's ugly. There's a chance you'll win a corner. So, anyways, I'll give him a 6. Hendo, yes, Hendo gets a 9, man. Hendo was the only player on the field where when he had the ball, I was like, okay, we can make something happen.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, 9. So let's go Keita and Minamino next. We'll start with Keita.
7.
7.
Average, solid.
Yeah,
Didn't do
I'll
anything
give him a
bad. Didn't do
7.
anything great.
Yeah, he just he was just living in that midfield. He wasn't really pushing forward. He didn't really have any great defensive tackles or
Looked
anything.
fit though to me. That
He
was
does.
nice. He
He
looked
does.
like okay. He looked good. Like he just looked quick. He looked like he just looked explosive. But when he had the ball, he didn't really do much of anything. A couple
Yeah,
times I saw him carrying
he
it
was
up the
just
field, and I
there.
was like, "Here he goes." You know how he does that? Like every once in a
Right.
while, he just makes a run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't happen today.
I mean, he was just there. He just played. I'll give him a 7. Nothing crazy. Minamino, though, I was very impressed with what I saw out of Minamino on both sides of the ball. He had a good shot. I don't care if he missed it. I mean, he had some space and he just ripped one. Good for you. First game starting, rip one. That's awesome.
I
And
live
then
for it.
his link up play with Firmino and Mane, and actually I think Keita also was great. And then he was also, if he lost the ball, he was able to tackle. Like, I mean, he did the work that we want to see from our, front three, at least on the defensive side. I'm gonna give Minamino an 8.
I'm gonna give him a 7.5.
All right. Okay.
He's not comfortable yet. Like when he ripped that shot, I was surprised. I never thought I'd see him do that like till next season. Because he just
Really?
seems like a little bit timid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does.
Coming
He does.
into a new environment, probably doesn't. I don't know if he speaks the language that well. I'm not sure. But like when he ripped that, I was like, okay, here we go. So like he's definitely getting there. Klopp's confident in him. I'll give him a 7.5. And again, these ratings hold no weight, but 7.5 feels good right now.
I know it. I know it. All right. How about Genie? Genie was subbed on. Man, didn't really do anything.
6. We can zip through a lot of these
Yeah, 6.
bums today.
Am I forget Ox? Ox came on. I think Ox
4.
Ox gets a 6 for me because he warmed up in the 91st minute. He was like, "All right, let me get my touch on point now." He weaves in and out of 3 people, wins a free kick. I thought that was pretty good. That was good play by him.
The free kick was good. That little movement, but before that, he lost the ball 6 or 7 times straight.
He did. He did.
Dribbling.
Well, so was Trent. Him and Trent, their touches were so heavy today.
I don't understand. Also, when he won the free kick, I felt like it was like at the 20-yard mark. They backed that thing up till like 35 yards, I feel like. They moved it way back.
I'll have to watch it again. It was only like 5 yards outside the box though.
The kick?
Like where he was fouled.
I thought he was right outside the box when he got fouled.
That's what I said, 5 yards. So pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. Or maybe even closer.
There's
And
no
then
way
when I
it was
watched the free kick,
35.
I just felt like they backed it up.
Maybe. We forgot about Fabinho also. I completely skipped Fabinho. I don't think he had a good game. I'm giving him a 5. He struggled today.
Give him a 5. We'll give Ox a 3, actually.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, it was really, really hard to watch. I like wanted to go into the game. I just couldn't watch him.
Yeah,
He was
it
getting the
rough.
ball and just literally like people were taking the ball from him.
From Ox, yeah.
From
Fabinho,
Ox.
Fabinho, the first 15 minutes of the game were really bad for Fabinho. Once he warmed up to the game, he started playing better. He just put in an average performance. The second half was just average for him, in my opinion. I don't think he did. He definitely didn't do as bad as the first half. But yeah, Wijnaldum, average. Ox, we did. We did Minamino already, so let's go ahead and we'll do Mane. I thought Mane had a great game. He did everything he was supposed to do. He was getting manhandled over there on the wing for like 3 straight possessions, and they finally called a foul. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I think it was like mid to late first half. They called absolutely everything on us. Everything. People from Everton were diving all over the place. And that's when Klopp started to like laugh and he was like clapping and he was like, "What's going on here?" And I was doing the same thing. I was like, "What's going on here?" But every time I see Mane, he's getting like mangled.
He was.
I'm not going to sit here and blame the officials. That's not what
No,
I'm
well,
here to
there's
do.
no.
But Mane was getting destroyed.
He was. There were
Um,
three. There were 3 instances that I'm talking about. He got the foul call on one, but there were 2 others where it was even worse. They were just dragging him down by his shirt, and nothing was called.
Nothing.
I'm gonna give Mane another 8 though.
7.
7. All
He
right.
did what he was supposed to do. I don't think he did anything more.
Yeah.
He
Origi.
wanted to be there though. He
Yeah.
was playing hard. He was challenging. He was sprinting. He was making runs. He was trying to make, he was trying to dribble past people. If we had 3 of him up front, we would have scored, which is what we normally have, but we didn't.
Yeah. Mane, Henderson, and Minamino are my players. Matip as well. I hate that he got injured. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully Milner's is nothing serious either. Let's get to Origi. Origi, nothing special for me. He did have a good little run down the line where he pulled 2 defenders to him and then fed it in. But then Fabinho played the ball back to like midfield instead of like charging the box. I don't know. I'm gonna give Origi a 6.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. I don't think he did anything bad, didn't do anything right. And if the ratings are supposed to start at 7, that's what he gets.
All right.
Either 6 or 7.
Please let us know where they start.
I think it's 6 actually.
I don't know. I don't want to say it's 6 or 7.
I'm not a player rater.
Yeah, but we're doing it. You're giving people 2s and 3s.
Because Lovren, I can't even. We're not going to.
Let's finish, and then
we're not going to do this again.
We can finish, and then we'll talk about Lovren if you want. All right. So yeah, Mane, Origi, Firmino.
Forgot about Bobby.
Which never happens. We never forget about Bobby.
That's how invisible he was today.
He did all he could, man. He was linking up. He was giving players chances. He created about 2 or 3 chances today.
Yeah.
He had the chest down to Keita. That was a good little feed. He tried to back heel. It went a little wide of, I think it was Mane. He had some good touches. He was just rusty. I'm giving him a 7.
6.5.
6.5. All right,
Forgot he
fair
even
enough.
played.
Who came in for Minamino on the right? Was it Ox? We already did
Yeah,
Ox?
we already did all. We did everyone
Yeah, we must have. Let me know if we forgot anybody. I don't know.
except
All right.
Millie. 12 out of 10.
Who?
Milner. 12 out of 10.
Milner. Amazing. Love the guy. All
12 out
right.
of 10.
So let's talk about how we can improve. First off, don't play Lovren. All right. Don't do it. All right. If Matip's injured, I would have much rather seen. Did we have another defender on the bench?
We
Did we
must
have a
have.
Vandenberg?
I mean, bro, that's a stretch.
I'm just saying anything at this point.
I
I
just
just think
can't even believe how he just comes in and it's like Everton's going to score right now. That's what I felt. And
me too.
the announcer goes, last time he played was that 3-0 defeat to Watford. And then he goes, hasn't been a good first couple of minutes here for Lovren. And I'm like, yeah, no, really.
Yeah.
Hasn't been a
Lovren
good couple of years here for
for
Lovren.
Lovren. Gosh, man. He just I don't know what it is, but I really think he just wasn't ready to play because he didn't think he was going to come on. Cuz Klopp already had his subs ready, okay? Salah was pissed he probably didn't play, but Lovren was not prepared to play today. That's just all it comes down to.
It's just poor from a professional player.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
you have to be ready. I know
yeah,
Salah was ready.
Salah was ready.
He would have came on and done his thing. But
Yeah. It was just an odd game, man. Overall, I really think the game just had an odd feel. Like, okay, the stats say we had way more possession, way more shots, way more passes. That's fine. We did nothing. The last 20 minutes of the game, we were passing side to side at the midfield mark. Side to side. Couldn't break anything down. Ancelotti, I guess, just knows how to defend against us because he
that was
did the
going to be
same
my
thing at
next point.
Napoli.
That was going to be my next point. Is like this felt like a time we played Napoli. Where you're like, what team are we watching right now?
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like Liverpool. That's what happens every time we play Napoli. It's like, we still should win this game because we're better than them. But something's weird. Did someone spoil the water this morning in Liverpool? Like, I don't know. And I think we got to give him credit. We got to give that man credit.
We do. We do.
I'm not going to sit here and say anyone from Everton played great.
No.
I thought Digne was nice. I thought he played well. He's a solid player. I think Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison are just reckless players. Just sprint as hard as you can, bump into defenders, try to like make something sloppy happen. I watching those guys is painful for me.
Yeah.
There's no skill up front for Everton.
I disagree. I think Richarlison has some skill. I think Calvert-Lewin's still too young to judge. Man, it's just I think what their game plan was early on was to just like be physical, like you were saying, and try to get in our heads. And I don't know if I'm the only one who was thinking this, but I remember when we played Napoli in back-to-back years in the group stages, I believe, it always seemed like they were trying to get in our heads by playing physical, by making weird tackles, by pushing us off the pitch. It's just like there was a clear game plan, and I think Everton executed it well. Whereas I just don't think we're definitely out of rhythm. It seems like everybody's out of rhythm. Like Van Dijk, the most consistent player, just didn't, like you said, he had somewhere better to be.
He did. But he didn't make a mistake. I wasn't like, God damn it, Virgil. I was just like, Virgil doesn't want to be there today. But an average Virgil's better than everyone else. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
I just can't fathom is if Salah's hurt. I think he was like, okay, Salah could play today, but like he's hurt. So I'm only going to put him in if I absolutely need him right at the end.
Right.
Okay. Why wasn't Genie starting?
Probably because of the form.
Cool.
He based the lineup on form because Keita and Minamino have been killing it. And we saw today, Minamino looks good. I don't care what anyone says. Minamino had a great game.
I guess so, but it's not the same. And it's like, okay, if Salah's not out and you're going to plug somebody in there, I get that.
That was weird for me. Minamino on the wing.
But I would have been like, okay, like, is Shaqiri going to play? Like, are they going to move Mane to the right and bring Origi in on the left? But no, Minamino comes in and then Keita's in. And it's like, okay, you clearly don't really want to win this game that bad.
So you think it
I
was a
think
bad
he could
lineup
have
by
put.
Klopp?
I think it was a poor lineup.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Genie's got to start. It's got to be Genie, Hendo, Fabinho. That's our best midfield.
I'd agree.
This is a
I'd agree.
derby.
No. I agree. I think we could have done without Minamino. I think Minamino should have been a sub. Salah needs to start. Okay. When I don't remember, it just threw us off. It really threw us off. I feel like all our creativity was coming from the left side. We we did have some chances. We did have some chances. Minamino was doing some good link up play, but with Salah, it's just different, right? And I think if Salah were to play the first half, then you bring on Minamino, it could have been a different story. But I agree with you, with the exception of I would have done Fabinho, Hendo, Keita, and just left Minamino out. I was extremely surprised to see both Minamino and Keita starting. Very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to Minamino, he's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited about him. But this is the first game back, and we're playing Everton. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be scrappy. There's a lot of emotions that go into this.
Right.
Not to mention, like, we're like really close to winning the league. So like, let's just seal it up. Play Genie in
Don't
midfield.
get complacent. Right. Don't get complacent.
And it's like it's almost like he didn't respect Everton. And like for me to say that Klopp didn't respect Everton, that makes it seem like I'm picking on Minamino and Keita. That's not my intention at all. But how could you ever say that after a quarantine it's good to play players that do not play normally when there's other players available?
I think part of that comes down to the 5 substitutions. I think part of it comes down to no fans. I think part of it comes to Klopp just wanting to get Minamino in and Keita in because Minamino came in and he only halfway through the season, and Keita has been injured. So I really think Klopp is trying to get these guys playing time. I think that's what it came down to. But at that expense, he underestimated the game plan of Everton. So
Yeah.
I don't I I respect Klopp forever. Like,
Right. Right.
he's gonna have bad choices. I mean, no one's perfect, but I just don't want it to turn into like I don't want Klopp to get complacent, you know?
And guys, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Kyle, you as well. This isn't the game to switch things up. I'm sorry. It's the first game back. It's the Merseyside Derby. It's not the game to switch up anything at
Right.
all. Robbo's hurt. Okay, see you later. Plug Million. Keep everything rolling as can be. But instead, we drop Genie out. Why? He's probably one of the most important pieces to the lineup. Why are we dropping him out?
Yeah.
To play Keita. I don't care if Keita's been in good form in practice recently. Selfishly, I want to just win.
I mean, I think a lot of fans would agree with you. I think a lot of fans wanted to see Fabinho, Hendo, Wijnaldum. I wasn't one of them. I was happy to see Keita starting. I think Fabinho, Hendo, Keita was the right midfield for this game. Um, Sadly, we just did not play well. We did not play like we normally play. It just wasn't great. But with that being said, we got Crystal Palace coming up on Wednesday. I'm
I
not
feel good
sure.
about that.
I'm not sure where. I don't know if it's at Anfield or
Home.
at.
It's home.
It's home. Okay, so it's at home. Maybe Klopp. I'd be very surprised if Klopp doesn't go with the standard midfield: Hendo, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho that game.
Well, people are going to need rest now. People that played the whole game probably are going to need rest. But I don't know. I'd like to hear like in the comments what you guys think. Minamino in for this game? Like, is that a good move, or should we have plugged Shaqiri in like we did last derby and we won 5-2?
I
Or should we have
completely
played
agree.
Divock, who's the Everton killer? and
Yeah.
move Mane over to the right, which I've seen before.
Yep. Yes,
What are your
definitely.
thoughts?
Guys, let us know what you thought of the lineup, what you thought of the players, your player ratings, everything. I mean, we got a great reception on last week's Sunday summary. It was unbelievable. Steve, we broke 2,000 views, man.
Yeah, keep the views coming as well. But
That's nuts.
yeah, appreciate you guys
Absolutely
watching.
crazy. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, Wednesday's around the corner. To be at the end of the day, man, I was just excited to see him play. It sucks that it ended 0-0. Like this whole buildup, this whole week, just been waiting, and then it's 0-0, and we didn't even play that well.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. I wasted 2 hours of my life today.
I don't know about that.
I just completely was just like everyone else, all the other Reds around the world, like a kid on Christmas today. And the game came on, and I was just like, "What am I watching?" I can't turn it off just because I love the team that much. But I was just like, "This is what we've been waiting for."
It's
Like
rough.
it was the worst game for me to watch of the year, worse than Watford
No,
for
Watford was
me.
bad.
It was worse than Watford for me.
Now,
Plus, in Watford, I could pinpoint what was going on. We had Lovren, we had some other people sticking out like sore thumbs. Today, it was just piss poor from the top down, in my opinion.
I think today lacked the final touch. We weren't clinical. Our touches were heavy. It was the little stuff. It was, our we just weren't keeping the ball that well. We were letting them press us. Like our timing wasn't right. It was little things like that. It wasn't like, with the exception of a few specific plays, we were just off the rhythm. And I think that's what I'm going to stick with. I think we're out of rhythm. Once we get back into playing games, we're going to see it pick back up. At least that's how I think it's going to go.
I just want to wrap up the league as fast as possible.
Yeah,
Like, and the other thing is, I was saying this a little while ago, like, we have a chance to break records.
we do.
And, like, draws against Everton, I get it. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I know I'm talking a lot of nonsense. Or I'm really, really
You're
frustrated.
very emotional. It's all
I'm
emotions
very,
right
very
now.
frustrated.
I know.
They're not a good team.
They're not.
They're poor. They are below average. They
They
were
got a
in the relegation
good
zone like a little while ago.
they got a good manager though now.
They do, and they were disciplined, and that showed today. So credit to Everton for being disciplined, but still,
They're still trash. They're
if you
still
can't score
trash.
against Everton in 90 minutes, there is some serious problems
Well,
going
listen, we haven't been able to score at Goodison period since 2016. Since Mane scored, we have not been able to score at Goodison.
on. I don't get it. I don't get that either because there's no fans there now. So can't blame it on the atmosphere.
No, no.
What's the excuse?
But every game has started out like that. Every game that I've watched this weekend, the players are just off. It's definitely different. It definitely plays a psychological role. But let us know what you guys think about this game. Are you disappointed with the result? Are you mad? Are you frustrated like Steve? Are you optimistic like I am? Let us know what you guys think. Again, your player ratings. And guys, of course, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well. And keep the comments coming. We love all the banter down in the comments below. Thanks for coming in, watching the Sunday Summary Talk Show. Steve, you have any closing thoughts, my man?
No, guys, thanks. Anyone who watches this, thank you so much. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Keep the views coming. Please share the video. Would love to get more people on board with the movement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Take care.